Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 12 of the year 2025. And this starts from the 17th till the 23rd of March. It's a very unique week. Why? Because in the Pisces sign where Mercury debilitates and Venus exalts, these two grahas are going to get combust. And Saturn already since the 28th of February is already in in Asta movement. It is Asta in not Pisces sign, but in Aquarius sign, but still it is combust because there is certain degrees in the orb when a planet gets combust closer to the sun's placement. It is not necessary that Sun has to be in the Aquarius sign when Saturn is combust. So how this is going to unfold for all the 12 zodiac signs this week, I will be sharing my insights on the same, as well as moon's movements, how this week is going to unfold for all the 12 zodiac signs. So stay tuned, lots in store. But I will be explaining this phenomena of retrogression as well as combustion first, because Rahu is also present there. So is it really going to be giving the results of the combustion, or it's going to nullify because Rahu is there? So let's stay connected. And if you want to know about this, a unique video and a unique phenomenon in the sky, please do hear the summary part, which I will be sharing in the initial segment. And then I will be sharing with you my insights on the 12 zodiac signs also. So have patience. So let me start sharing with you the screen as to how the sky is looking like first. I hope I'm audible. If you can just acknowledge that. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for the ones who are here watching me live. And I'm all dressed up in a very ethnic and a very traditional way because, we put up the sindoor and all that when, as you all know, that there has been a passing of my mom-in-law. And dad is in ICU already, as I said. So all these put together, it is a tough time for all of us here in my family. But yes, with all the support that you have extended towards me and my family and the prayers, I really am thankful and lots of gratitude for that. Thank you so much for being a part of this family and my dear family members. Thank you so much. So what exactly is this phenomena of combustion? See, can you see that this is on the 17th? So this will get on the 18th. Mercury is going to get combust till the 8th of April, and Venus is going to be combust for just 4 days, though I consider it for a longer duration because it is going to be from the 19th to the 23rd March as per the as per the Drik Panchang. So you see, the phenomena of retrogression is very unique, actually. It is about a motion which is an apparent motion, which is a backward movement from the earth when we see the grahas. Mercury and Venus being the inner grahas, when they are having, this retrogression, which is a very common phenomena because when they are very close to sun, they feel very secured. But when they are away from sun, they get retrograde and they just start moving forward to reach the sun. So, and when they are very close to sun, they get combust. So it's like, a phenomena which is like only happening with Mercury and Venus because they cannot stay away from sun, neither they can be very close to sun. So this is like two phenomena simultaneously working. So Mercury Asta is from 18th March to 8th April for 21 days. Venus Asta is from 19th March to 23rd March. And Shani Asta was from 28th Feb till the 9th of April all the way. A planet is said to be combust when it comes in the close vicinity to sun, losing its visibility in the sky. Mercury 14 degrees approximately and can be 12 degrees also in some conditions. But the nakshatra, I always feel even if the signs are different, but the nakshatras are splitting or they are the same, then this is more applicable. So Venus within 10 degrees of sun, sometimes 8 degrees. And when it comes to happening in the Pisces sign, this is the time when you will be feeling lots of energies regards to the communication and the luxurious items and luxurious lifestyle. So there can be confusion in your communication, delays in decision making, unclear thinking, when Buddha or Mercury is getting combust. This can also bring about some power struggles, business struggles, financials, travels. People will be having this back and forth, chaotic, it is a bit chaotic also. Then we have Venus exalted in Pisces and it's retrograde and combust. So it's like, the positive qualities like love, beauty, creativity, this gets overshadowed by the sun's energies. Emotional turmoil in relationship, financial stability, or luxurious related losses, luxury related losses will also be felt. And a major impact would be basically on the intellect, communication, finances, relationship, and emotional stability, because these are two very fast moving grahas. So when the fast moving grahas become slow or they become asta, or means it's astangata, we call it in our Vedic language, it is like bringing about spiritual confusion also. Excessive escapism happens. You don't want to accept the situation as it is. So the best is to lay low, be more introspective, be silent, within. Okay. And sun is going to gain the power, but here sun is also overshadowed by Rahu energy. So it will definitely be bringing about different energies in different charts. And definitely it is going to be like, if I take an analogy, it's like, imagine a river with two boats, one representing Mercury and other Venus, flowing smoothly downstream in the direct motion, and the sun is the lighthouse on the riverbank. Okay, always shining brightly. So when it is in retrogression, suppose they are in retrogression, suddenly, they start moving or rowing backwards. The boats start rowing backwards against the flow of water. So what happens? It will create confusion. Boats might collide. There can be loss of direction, struggle against the natural flow, of course. So logic, communication, miscommunication, tech glitches, all this is because of Mercury's retrogression and all that. And then Venus is our love, luxury, romance, relationship. So these become little shaky. What is astangata? What is combustion? If I take the analogy of the lighthouse sun. So these boats are no longer able to navigate properly because they are blinded by, the boatsmen are blinded by this lighthouse. That is the power of the sun's light. So Mercury loses its analytical sharpness. Venus loses its grace and charm. These are all natural qualities their natural qualities are overpowered by sun. Okay. And making them ineffective. So that is what, is the combination like. Now imagine these boats rowing backwards while also being blinded because it's retrograde as well as combust. So they both are disoriented and struggling now, because they're trying to send messages but keeps mixing up words, while the other Venus is trying to maintain relationship, but ends up making things worse. So since Pisces is a deep, oceanic, dreamy, and mystical sign, this entire scene feels like a confusing and a foggy dream where nothing is clear. As you can see, there is an exchange also with Jupiter and between Jupiter and Venus. So this is actually trying to minimize the impact of the losses that you can incur, in your health, in your wealth. But at the same time, impulsive decision making is supposed to be in constant check, because your inner clarity is lacking and your external chaos is increasing because of Rahu's energy also. Okay, but it is definitely going to be giving different kinds of results for each zodiac signs, which I will be, during the due course, I will be sharing in the readings that I'll be taking up while giving the predictions for the 12 signs. Okay, so you have to stay connected and stay tuned. Now coming to the moon's movement this week. Moon is going to be in Libra sign, Scorpio sign, and Sagittarius sign this week. 17th to the 19th afternoon, moon is going to be in the, wait, I'll just write it for you. I'll just mention it here. So moon is going to be in the zodiac sign of these three zodiac signs, okay? So this is what is going to be the movement of moon. So when moon is in the Libra sign from 17th to the 19th afternoon, it's going to be in trine to, you can see it's going to be in trine to Mars and Saturn. Okay, this is the trine which is forming. Now, when moon moves into the Scorpio sign where it debilitates, now here it is going to be aspected by Jupiter. It's going to be entwined to all the grahas, Mercury, Rahu, Venus, Sun, and is also going to be aspected by Scorpio. So till the time Saturn is there in the Aquarius sign, Scorpio, wherever your Scorpio is, also getting afflicted. So there is a lot of confusion, chaos regards to the inner healing, inner commotion is there when Scorpio sign gets afflicted. So people will definitely feel better once, this Scorpio sign gets some relief. Now, when it is going to be in the Sagittarius sign, this moon from the 22nd to the 23rd, it is going to be in mutual aspect to Mars, which is again, going to give you some impulsive decision making as well. Anyhow, this is the week like, and we do see from, as you know, ascendant, moon sign, and also the dasha sign. I always say the dasha sign, I've already done a short video on the same. Please do watch that. If you don't understand that, then you can just get back to me. I'll just try to answer in the comment section. I do try doing that, but at times, it's very difficult to respond to all the comments. But yes, I have given all the love marks to the love signs to everybody who has sent me the message. I hope I have not missed out on anyone. Thank you so much again for the condolence messages. So for Aries natives, now, this week, moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. And we do have, there is a Mercury combustion, Shani combustion, and Venus's combustion also this week. First of all, this might just bring about some confusion in expenditures. Unexpected financial drains can happen, hidden romantic affairs may resurface or cause trouble. Increase spiritual inclination, but with uncertainty. What is the guidance that I can provide you? That avoid unnecessary expenditures and secret dealings till the time Venus and Mercury are combust and retrograde. Meditation, introspection, that will help you, to avoid any kind of confusion. The positive side is that you can grow spiritually now and clear your past baggage that you're carrying. When moon is going to be here in the sign of Libra, so this is the time period when you will be experiencing something like, in relationship, there can be something that you're going to be thinking more about. And here it is also in trying to Mars and Saturn. So something very serious about your relationship is coming up. You're either going to just clear the blockages. I want to be in this relationship. I don't want to be in the relationship, because your 6th house is also afflicted in a way, because Mars is looking, Ketu is there. Thankfully, Jupiter is also looking, but so many grahas are also aspecting. So this might just bring about, issues regards to your health also, or maybe, you're going to be resolving issues or some kind of clearing of debts and, any kind of fitness regime that you want to pick up and start, you can do that, but not a good time for litigation, loans. But for student natives, it's a very good time if they have to go to any foreign land for further education, if they plan something like that. So this is definitely a very positive time period. I'll take a pause here because, there are beautiful messages that I'm getting here. Hope you and your family are well. Also, Rupal is writing, believe Sun is in New York. Yes, please let me know. How sweet, Rupal. Thank you so much. Sorry, Aries people, beautiful message. Yes, Sunita, thank you. Thank you for your wishes. And Lunar Mystic Vidya, thank you so much. I got your email also. I could not respond. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you so much. And we are going to be part of the Parashara conference this year. So do follow Lunar Mystic Vidya on Instagram. So thank you so much, everyone. So now moving further on, we do have to check what is the condition of Mars, because he's your Lagnesh. So Mars is transiting your 3rd house. So you are actually going to be making some really bold decisions this week. And especially 17th to the 22nd is the time when you might just be spending some money, or maybe there is some expenditure which you didn't call for. And don't make any impulsive decision on the 17th till the 22nd. Avoid. And Also, 23rd would be the time when you will be really, maybe some travels or something to do with, you have some work, like, which you have to complete. So this is a very beautiful time for you. And also, we do have to avoid 19th afternoon till the 21st. If you make any decisions regards to your finances, it can bring about some losses, so you just take it easy. And also, there is a possibility of some stomach related issues, digestive troubles that you can have. From 22nd to 23rd, of course, maybe visiting your guru, doing some things, spiritual practices, etc. So it is definitely going to be a very positive time period for you. If you want to take your family out for a dinner, a date, or you want to propose a person, you're dating, would be a good time period for you to do so. And also, Jupiter is going to be aspecting here, so, and trying to so many grahas in the 8th house. So there's a lot of 8th house energy. So 8th house is the house of hidden, some secret revelations also. So in case you are having anything to do with your, your maybe relationship, your work, your investments, your finances, if you have to discuss with some important people, so you can do that. You might just be, because Chandra Ashtama is something, which brings about some sort of confused state of mind also, because it's the Chandrashtama and moon debilitates for you at any which ways. It's that kind of an energy where you are impulsive, mood swings happen. So you have to also be cautious about what you're thinking and what you're wanting and what you're doing, because your actions and your thought process will not be in sync. So that is why, Chandrashtama is a very confused state of mind or impulsive state of mind. So you need to take it easy. Maybe, you're very suspicious about your relationship and some revelations happen and you just make some decisions in impulse. So that is something you have to be little careful about. So just lay low. You do not have to make any decisions in impulse during this week. To start with, it's good in the middle of the week from 19th afternoon till the 21st. Have to be a little careful about all these energies. All right. And also, Cancer. Okay. So this might be the week when you might just make some mistake in purchases or regards to your vehicle or property. So when you're doing the real estate, issues are there, and you're just making any decision in Mercury retrograde, any which ways falls apart. So you have to be cautious about what you're signing, what you're dealing with, what is it that you need to work on, PR, visa, etc. if you are applying for. So be careful, don't make any mistakes in filling up the form. So that can happen. Okay. Traveling, of course, is on cards. So if you are traveling, just make sure that all the paperwork is done well, properly. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. Okay. So for Taurus natives, first of all, you have your Venus and Mercury getting combust this week. Saturn, as it is combust for you, which is your yoga karagraha. So you might be feeling the energies even more. So when it is impacting your 11th house, it means that it can bring about some delays in gains, and there can be some miscommunication with your friends. 18th March to the 8th April, you have to be careful in these arenas. Old contacts may reappear, but this might just be really bring about some unclear intentions. You're not sure whether you want to continue with this relationship with your ex-partner or not. There can be some misunderstandings in your current love relationship, in your business partnerships also. Be patient, especially with your financial expectations. You might just be thinking that I've invested, why I'm not able to recover the money that I've invested. As it is, the market is very volatile. I always say that when Mercury is retrograde and Venus is retrograde, especially, or Saturn is combust, especially, these things happen. You do experience, and that too in the sign of investments, that is Capricorn, Aquarius. So this will bring about some upheavals in the market trends also. There can be, excuse me, reevaluate your friendships and goals without rushing. The positive side is you can bring back odd opportunities or investments for reconsideration. That is the main aim that you should be opting for when it comes to your relationship and financial decision making. All right. Now, moon is going to be in your sixth, seventh, and eighth houses. 17th to the 19th afternoon, you might just be making some decisions regards to your fitness, organizing your calendar. Maybe you're going to be working out. You might just start some workouts during this time. It's a good time period if you want to. Not a good time period to start any litigation, taking loan, etc. Avoid. But it is a very good time to heal others and yourself also. Maybe, you're just opting for some, just read between lines. I can't be specific with your chart. Maybe you are just a nurse and you're going to be too tired this day, you're overworked, or maybe you are a healer yourself and you're just doing too much. You just are working towards your patients. So maybe you're a Reiki healer, or you're just an occultist and you're just working too much on this day, so you are drained. So you have to be productive, but at the same time just draw a line. There has to be some rest also required, and you must take care of your body. So moon is going to be debilitated in your 7th house, 19th afternoon to the 21st, and it's going to be right opposite Jupiter here. So this is a good time because moon debilitation is actually not working that much here with your relationship. You do have a chance, where you can reconcile, or maybe you will connect with someone, a potential partner. So this is a good time period for connecting with the people that you want to connect with, or maybe in business relationships also, you're working through that. And you might just be very emotional. Travels can happen on this day. Maybe there is some back and forth, you forgot something at home and you're just rushing back. That kind of a situation can also happen. You can take your family out for dinner, but your partner's health is not good because Mars is in the 2nd house, which is 8 from your 7. So you have to take care of your partner's health, and some impulsive decision making can happen from the partner side also. 22nd to the 23rd, moon is going to be in your 8th house. Now, after debility, what happens for Taurus people? Back to back, this is debilitated, and then moon goes into your 8th house, of Chandrashtama. So that is why, you feel for 5 days little uneasy, in relationship with your in-laws, with the other people, with finances. There can be something which is revealed and you feel very uneasy that you didn't want to know. You come to know, or you are just not able to make right kind of decisions and choices during this time. So that is something which is going to be the theme of the week, to end with. So when these kind of energies are floating, it's better to be more self-introspective. Take care of yourself, your mental thought process, journal, write down everything, whatever is negative, and then strike it out. Or maybe, to check what is going on in your head, you need to write it and just see whether you can work on these energies or not. That is something which I opt for, whenever I'm feeling low and out. I surrender to the divine. I talk to the divine. I just stand in front of my in my mandir, and just, we have a small temple in my house, and I just stand there because you feel focused whenever you are looking at the idols that you have at home. So I just I have a very old picture of Lord Shiva, and I just will just look into his eyes, and I will just to Parvati ji, and this is a Shiv Parivar that I have, so I will just stand there, and I will just talk to them. I'm going through all this, just take away all my pain and whatever energies, negative energies people are just emitting. So all these talks, these are all self talks, but you are getting that help from the divine also simultaneously. So it's better, you get that clarity. So when you know something which you can't help, some certain things you can't avoid, so what is the best way to come out of it? When you are feeling low and out, just go and have a nature walk. Maybe just hold a tree, hug a tree, and just speak out everything. They do have that power to take away all the negative energies from you, remember. So talk to the sun, talk to the moon. I do that also. I might just be a lunatic, but still, I believe in it. So I'm just sharing with you that. 17th to the 19th, this is the time when you will, it's a good time period to work on yourself, on your looks, on your body. Take care. Drink lots of water. 20th to the 23rd is the time period this can be making you very creative, poetic, or maybe you will be connecting with your children, or maybe you're going to be meeting a potential partner, or maybe there is a split between you and your partner. Some heated argument happened, and you might just leave each other and go. But it is going to get better after some time. So just lay low, just do not take it too seriously also. Maybe, things will fall in place once, Venus rises, Venus gets direct, because your Lagnesh is retrograde after all. So whenever a Venus is retrograde, this brings about those negativity in relationship, in finances. You make mistakes after mistakes. That is what, especially if you are in the dasha of Venus, you have to be very, very warm-headed. You have to be cold, in your cool-minded, not cold-minded, but cool-minded, stay calm. That's what I can say. And I think you're good to go. Okay. So coming to the next one, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, first of all, your Lagnesh is going to get combust also. And so is Venus, Saturn, they are getting combust in your 10th house. So there can be some confusion during this time period, from 18th March to the 8th of April. And Shani will rise only on the 9th. So these are two grahas, Venus also. So, these are all grahas which are very important in your life, in your chart. So authority figures may not understand your intentions at the place of work. There can be some miscommunication at the place of work also. Maybe, there is some delays, frustration, you were supposed to get the promotion, you did not get. So it might just bring about some frustration, during this time period. This is combust for 21 days. Mercury, your Lagnesh, is getting combust for 21 days. It's retrograde also. So double check your emails when you're shooting the emails, work-related communication. Just double check everything. Avoid major career decisions and until clarity returns, because Rahu energy is also prevalent. And the positive side that I see is that you can be very creative during this time. When you commit mistakes, what happens? If you don't learn from your mistakes, that's a separate story. But when you commit mistakes and you learn from your mistakes, definitely it's going to be much, much, much creative and much better version of you and that problem that you have suffered with. So this is going to be a very good time for the creative ideas, for your confusion that you are going through to settle down. So you are going to be very very intelligent or wise also during this time when it comes to your decision making. Then Moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, and 7th houses this week, and from 17th to the 19th afternoon is a good time to unwind, basically, because it's in trine to Mars and Saturn. So maybe pick up a sport activity, or maybe if you want to start any kind of fitness regime, just do it on this day, because it's the 12 places away from the 6th house. So any kind of disease, if you have been suffering with any kind of respiratory problem, or you're having flu or fever, you will start feeling better with this Moon here. Also, your 4th house is highly afflicted or energized right now with Ketu there, and your Lagnesh exalts in Virgo sign, remember. So Mars is looking, Ketu is looking, Jupiter is looking, Mercury, Venus, Sun, all the grahas are emitting their energies on the 4th house. So maybe there is a move or relocation which can happen also. With Moon transiting through the 2nd house from your 4th house, this might just bring about some expenditure on the real estate also. Maybe you'll be purchasing a vehicle, you'll be purchasing some property, but reread the documents well, check them well. Moon will be moving into your 6th house on the 19th afternoon till the 21st. And there is a lot of energy here because Mercury, Rahu, Venus, Sun are in trine, Jupiter is looking here, Saturn is looking here. So there is a lot of energy on your 6th house. So if you have to make any kind of decisions regards to your fitness regime, servitude attitude, you want to heal yourself, heal others, this is actually the time. If you want to go ahead with any kind of startup business, or you want to resolve any dissolve or resolve any issue that you're going through in your relationship. Maybe there's a distant relationship with your partner also, or your business relationship, you're having some issues. So this is the time you can just, reconcile or resolve the issues that you're going through. Also, this is the time when you can maybe travel. There's a lot of traveling which can happen, and there's a lot of inner churning which is happening. The situation is such where you're learning a lot now. You're evolving. Basically, evolving is the word for you. So you're learning how to evolve, how to do things. The perspective is changing. You're very productive also. At the same time, you're overworked also. So you need to take some rest. Your body needs that rest, and start that fitness regime. Jupiter is looking at your sixth house. You're gaining weight. You're not feeling well. You're feeling very uncomfortable because of all these things. Okay. Just take care of yourself. Okay. And also, moon is going to be in your seventh house on the 22nd and the 23rd, and it's going to be aspected in mutual aspect to Mars, in fact. So this is the time when, you can be very aggressive. Your partner is very emotional, but you're losing your temper and cool, So just, I would say that, this is not the time to get into any kind of argument and all, with your, in your business relationship, and in your spousal relationship also. If at all you're solo with other people, your family members, but this might just be bringing about the nurturing you, then the different version of you. Maybe you're going to be taking your family out for dinner, or maybe there is some travel. You're working very hard on this day. There's a lot of workload also with the seventh house activation. It said that you visit a place where you find solace. Maybe it could be a spiritual place, it could be a religious place, or it could be a place where you're connecting with the nature. You're going to a very isolated kind of a place also when moon is in your seventh house, kind of a experience that you can go through. And also, this 17th and the 17th to the 19th is the time when you have to be careful about your communication, verbal confrontations with your co-workers. This might just lead to some confusion. When you're shooting an email, just reread it. Maybe it goes to others and there is some content which was not supposed to be shared with others. So be careful on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And also, 20th to the 23rd. Now, this is the time when you're a student native, so you're going to be working harder. There's a competitive examination that you're sitting for. For children, you might just be, thinking of a change in their education stream, or maybe they're going to be working on going to the overseas places. This is something that you're just applying elsewhere and you're getting the results. Okay, this country, that country, this university. If your child is in that age group, or if you yourself are a student native, so this is the time maybe there's a romance which can also start. So not student, but in that age group. I will not say that get digressed from your studies right now. So this is a good time period for the examination, competitive examinations also, and you can be very creative also and romantic also, if at all you're in that age group. And you can just date a person, or you can just propose a person if you want to during this time. All right, so this is what the week looks like. And just take care when you're signing any documents, etc., because your Lagnesh is retrograde, combust, and also forming an Ichbhanga with a combust planet, which is also retrograde. So you see, there's a lot of energy floating in your 10th house. 10th house is name, fame, your seniors, your co-workers, your karma. So there is a lot revolving around your work, your perspective. You might just be changing your perspective towards a profile. I don't want to do this now, I want to switch. That confusion can be there, but you will be making very strong and very hard decisions also during this time. So overall, Mars's transit over your first house is making you impulsive. Just take it easy, I would say. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Cancer. Now, I think I've started with some cold cough today. Let's see. Okay, so for Cancer natives, now your 9th house is getting activated with this Mercury Asta, Shani Asta. Shani is, of course, in the 8th house of yours, but Venus is also in your ninth house. 18th March to 8th April, Mercury is combust, and Venus for 4 days from 19th to the 23rd of March. So for Cancer natives, there can be some delays in travels. You're planning something, but there is some hiccup which can come up. Legal issues can happen, confusion in higher education, studies. Maybe, there is some wrong decision making which can happen. So just take it easy, rethink, or if you can just, wait till the time Mercury gets direct and comes out of the Astam Udaya, that is the rise of Mercury. Loss of faith in gurus or mentors. You were thinking of getting a promotion, you were thinking of changing the job, or you were thinking of connecting with your mentors or your gurus or your superiors. You were thinking they will appreciate you, but they did not. So you are losing that hope and that faith in them. All belief systems can be challenged. Be patient with long-term plans and philosophical debates, and also postpone major travels and legal decisions if you want to. The best part about this configuration of planets, clustering of planets in your ninth house, is that this will bring about deep spiritual realizations after introspection, and this is definitely going to be in your favor, because now there is an overhauling which is happening. So when there is overhauling and cosmic reset is happening, so what happens, you just come out of the past toxicity and negativity, and then you start afresh. It's like a flower which is blooming now. So you will feel the energies for sure, oh yes, this worked in my way, in my favor. So that kind of an energy you are going to be experiencing with this ultimately. Okay, with the solar eclipse also getting over. Because whenever there is ninth house energy which is active, it's a luck after all. And Saturn is going to do well here, remember. And also, Moon is going to be in your 4th, 5th, and 6th houses this week. So 17th to the 19th afternoon, you might just be homey. You have just traveled and come back. You want to rest. There is some renovation going on. Repair work is going on. Some water clogging is there. You're just getting it repaired, or there is some painting work going on at home. So you're at home for that reason. Or maybe, you're tired and you just don't want to go to your place of work and you want to work from home. So that kind of remotely, so that could also be the hybrid. So you can just be working from home during this time, and you're pretty much with your family and having good foods, thinking about your childhood days. You're too much into all those past energies which are going to play out. You might just be reading some books on this day. Suddenly you think of reading scriptures. Maybe just let me read astrological books, like that. Then and you can be very emotional during this time, because Moon in the 4th house means it's its own zone, and Libra sign, definitely movable Rashi. So it's about too emotional about your friends, about your family, connecting with them, sob. Sometimes you are too full, so you can just burst out in tears. Then Moon is going to be in your 5th house on the 19th afternoon till the 21st, and it's going to be right opposite Jupiter. So it's a very good time for progeny, conception, creative energies are prevalent. You're going to be thinking about your romantic you're thinking about your kids, your children. Maybe you're going to be working through your studies, education now, what I'm supposed to do, planning your future. Competitive success is also on cards, because so many planets are looking here, they're in trying to this. And then Moon is going to be in your 6th house from 22nd to the 23rd. Now, 6th house is the house of nurturing, healing, and also about being productive. So this might just be bringing about too much of workload, and you connecting with your subordinates, co-workers, employees, briefing them, do this, do that. There are meetings lined up. So you're just too occupied on this day. Take rest. Do not get carried away, because Mars is also looking here. So it can be the time when you really, your body really needs that rest. Work on yourself, on your health, on your fitness, on your diet also. Okay, when Moon is in the sign. So be focused, because Sagittarius is a sign of focus. Because, there is the arrow and the bow and the arrow, the man is holding, which means that you have to have a pinpointed approach. What do you want? So complete the task and then start afresh. once you take a break, what happens? We all need to rejuvenate, right? So once you rejuvenate, you will be able to do better. Okay, so don't think that you're just doing too many things at one point in time and then you will just collapse. It's not right. So take a break, take some rest, and then start afresh. You will be feeling much, much, much better during this time period. Also, uh 17th to the 22nd is the time when you might just be connecting with your friends, or you will be understanding who's who. So this might just be the day when you will be planning your investments and etc. Well, 23rd is the time when you might just be traveling, and there is some connectivity with your relatives and friends. Also, there are some hidden agendas that you will come to know about other people, that they are not actually your well-wishers. So that might just be a little disturbing time period. Okay. Otherwise, it's a mixed bag for you this week. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this week moon is going to be in your third, fourth, fifth houses. But before that, let me share with you my insights on this Mercury and Venus Asta. Mercury is going to be Asta for 21 days, starting from 18th March to 8th of April. Now your financials, because it's a lot of your second and the 11th, which is going to get combust retrograde also. And Venus is going to be Asta for 4 days from 19th to the 23rd of March. Saturn, as it is getting is Asta till the 9th of April. So now what is happening for you guys? It is going to be in the 8th house. So unexpected financial issues, or maybe there can be some gains also through regarding your inheritance, joint assets. Maybe you're working through that. Yes, I want this. There's a division which is happening. So you are just working on the division and the property related issues. You're just sorting it out. Psychological transformation and deep emotional introspection is going to take place. There's a lot of churning which is going to take place now. Secrets may come to light. Something which was hidden now is coming to the limelight, and you're just feeling little uneasy because of that. You did not expect that to happen. Now, this is also not the time to go in for heavy investments. Don't trust anyone blindly and everyone blindly, especially the joint finances. In case you are in a partnership business also. Also, work on emotional healing rather than reacting impulsively during this time. And the positive side is that can reveal hidden truths. Okay, there are certain people you need to, weed away. There are toxic people. They are just people who are just pulling you down. So you will definitely get to know about that. And there is some transformation which is going to take place in your life also, within you also, because there is a sun also in the 8th house. See, sun in the 8th house might just give you, some low esteem. You might just have fears, or maybe, some insecurities you go through in this part of the year, which is from the 14th, starting from the 14th of March to the 14th of April, when sun is in the 8th house. So whenever sun is in the 8th house, you do feel low on esteem and confidence, and also, health issues. I've seen, today only I got a call from someone that, I'm having really, some health issues. I said, because you're a Leo rising and sun has gone into the 8th house, it has just transited. And can you see, during this part of the year, that person will definitely, without fail, call me and tell me that, that person has some problem or the other, without fail. So how can we just say that everything is so hunky-dory, everything is so positive? How? People, when astrologers say that it's a beautiful transit, it's, I just feel the vibes that this person is lying. This person is actually, just imparting all the actually negative energies to others. So when we are genuinely imparting the right things, that is, even if it is a negative prediction, like you can fall sick or something, you have to accept it with a pinch of salt, or you can just be forewarned. Forewarned means forearmed, isn't it? So when during this part of the year, your sun is in the 8th house, especially with Rahu, how can it give you good results? It will blemish your decision making, maybe with the authorities you can have issues, self-esteem, low on confidence. So you have to work on these areas. You have to push yourself. No, it's okay, don't make any major decisions during this time. Lay low. If you have to, if it is destined, if you are in the Sun Dasha or Rahu Dasha, you might just commit these kinds of mistakes also, because your Dasha is such. So when the destiny prevails, of course, that happens. But still, when there is an intervention from the divine, it can be blocked also. It can be averted also. So that is what, astrology, the guiding tool, is indicative of. When the planetary positions are not in favor, just chill, just relax. It's okay. This part of the time is not good. It's not favorable. Okay. Then moon is going to be in your third house this week. So this is a good time period for travels, short journeys, maybe connecting with your siblings, neighbors, friends. You can be very emotional about your communication also, but be careful when you're sending an email to someone or when you're communicating. There can be some misunderstanding also which can crop up, because moon is your lord of your 12th also. Expenditure on your siblings can happen. Maybe they are going away from you. So all that, can be little disturbing as well when you are having some issues to deal with your siblings. Also, moon is going to be in your fourth house, and it debilitates in your fourth house from the 19th afternoon till the 21st, and is right opposite Jupiter. So this is going to get little mellowing down, because it is in your fourth house, right opposite Jupiter. So thankfully, this is going to be a big time saving grace in case you are feeling very emotional during this time. So this is going to give you some practical approach towards doing things, looking at things in a very different perspective. This is the time when you might just be purchasing property, or you're just shifting out from where you are, relocating, because Saturn is looking Venus, Rahu, Sun, Mercury. They all are in trine to the Scorpio sign also. So this is the time when you can relocate. You can go in for some changes in your house, renovating, repair work if you want to do. But you don't spend too much money during this time. It's not advisable. Mars is in your 11th house, and moon is going to be in your Sagittarius sign, right opposite Mars also, from the 22nd to the 23rd. Now, this is the time when you can be a little aggressive with your kids, or with your children, or with your romantic partner, or you will just understand that, no, this relationship is not going to work. So you're going to be a little uneasy during this time, but at the same time, very creative, very strong-willed also. Maybe you'll be making some decisions, very bold decisions during this time. No, I have to make this investment, nothing doing, without taking any advice and help. This person has guided me always wrong. You will get to know, no, this is not the person I'm going to seek help and advice from. So you might just make some bold decisions regards to your investments, regards to your purchase of property, regards to your fitness also. Maybe now I want to join the gym, suppose, like that. And in case you are a student native, so this is definitely a very positive time for you, because you're going to be really doing well in your studies, and in your, you're spending time on your grooming also. So that way it is a good transit for you. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, your Lagnesh is going to be in your 7th house, combust with Venus. So there's a lot of energy in your 7th house and your 1st house also, not to forget. And Venus is going to be Asta for 4 days, and Mercury is going to be Asta for 21 days from 18th March to the 8th of April. And there is this 19th to 23rd March, Venus Asta. Okay. Now, for Virgo natives, this is going to be in the house of marriage, partnership, and business relationships. So communication gap can be there in your relationship with others in totality, Confusion can be there. There can be delays. There can be some kind of confusion in your business deals. Maybe, you were looking for investors, you did not get. So avoid any kind of serious connections right now. It's not going to be, see, when you are starting something new, you should not do it during this time period, I would say. But whatever you're doing already, because I don't want you to get confused on these areas. So if you are already into something, so don't worry about it. But initiating something might just backfire. So this is going to be a little delayed and a frustrating kind of a phase also. Avoid. Also be patient with your partner, listen carefully, and also, reevaluate your business proposals and, whatever relationships you have. And also, clarity is missing because Rahu is there in the seventh house. Your partner can become very demanding during this time also. So reevaluate, resolve the relationship issues that you're going through. Also, it might just be the time when, you're thinking of starting something, you're already thinking of expansion and, connecting with your, or proposing someone if you're, already in that zone. So, I would suggest that do not propose. Maybe, it just doesn't work. And then you feel very disheartened because of that. So just avoid, lay low. And also we have moon transiting through your second, third, and fourth houses this week. 17th to the 19th afternoon, this moon is, see, I'm taking Delhi, India time. So make sure that you change your time as per your time zones also. I forget to tell that in the beginning. Now, moon is going to be in your second house from the 17th to the 19th afternoon. Now, this is the time when you have to be cautious about your expenditures. You might just eat something which can give you some digestive troubles or sweets, or there can be some issues in your eyesight or your dental issues. So you have to work on all these areas. So don't have any sweets or outside food, avoid. Maybe you're connecting with your family during this time, nurturing kinds, you're taking their help and advice on your financial matters. You're actually working on your finances. Let's expand, let's plan the budget, how the upcoming week is going to be or the month going to be, what are we going to be doing with the expenditure part, how do we manage everything. So you're just discussing all of that. Then moon is going to be in your third house. And in the third house, there's a lot of energy playing out because we have all the grahas, in trine, and we have Jupiter, Saturn also looking at your third house. And the 19th afternoon till the 21st, now all the grahas are going to be forming a connection with the debilitated moon. So this might just bring about some travels, issues with your siblings, or maybe they're traveling, or maybe you're going to be starting some new business, startups. You're thinking of all of that, and maybe you're selling off your property and relocating. So you're just in that transition mode, or maybe you're going to be applying for your visa and PR when there is this third house energy playing out. Third house is also about learning more, publishing, writing, learning, creativity. I call this also a creative house. It's the house of 8th from 8th. So it is about living, it's life. So you actually, start learning more about your own life. So this might just be the time when you are just thinking and contemplating how to go about things and relationships. Okay. Excuse me. 22nd to the 23rd, moon is going to be in your fourth house. So you're homey, you've traveled and now you want to take rest, or you want to connect with your mom, your motherland. Maybe you've come from foreign land to your motherland, or maybe you're going to be purchasing your property related matters you're going to be working on, or vehicles. So fourth house is the Sukhasthana basically. So you feel that, this is mother's lap I've come to. So you're just in rested mode, and maybe you're thinking and contemplating on your past, your childhood days, connecting with your childhood friends, calling them home, or maybe you're just at home repairing everything. You're very uncomfortable and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this has broken again, something or the other, the repair work that happens. Also, maybe connecting with your older siblings is a good idea, maybe taking their help and advice regards to your renovation, etc. So you just take their help. So that will be good for you. Okay. And also, we do have Saturn in your 6th house, Jupiter in your 9th. So this is the time when you can, when your luck is by your side. So take the help of the divine and travel maybe to a to a religious place, nature walk. That'll help you. And at the workplace, just stay connected with your co-workers, take their help and advice. You cannot do it all alone. Ketu is there in your first house. You're just in that isolation mode. You need to work on yourself, work in a team right now. You need that help and support from others. Remember that. Okay. And learn more, upskill yourself. Jupiter till the time is in your 9th house. You will be learning more. You will be upskilling. You will be learning about subjects which you never thought of. There's some ritual that you're going to be performing, homam, puja, something because Jupiter is in your 9th house. Okay. Some good ceremonies do happen. Childbirth happens. So you're performing some rituals. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. Just a sec. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mute it. Sorry about that. Okay, so for Libra natives, your Lagnesh is getting combust for 4 days from 19th to the 23rd March. And Mercury is also a very important graha for you, which is getting retrograde, as well as it's going to get combust from 18th March to the 8th of April. So this is very important for you because, you might just have some confusion at the place of work with your seniors, bosses, co-workers, some kind of issues you have to deal with. You're overworked, you're overtired, you need to take rest. Also, it is bringing about some confusion, in your health. Maybe you're not getting the diagnosis because Rahu is there. So, or maybe you're not working out, you want to, but you're not able to. You're not able to take good care of your own self, your body. So this is bringing about some uneasiness to you any which ways. Conflicts due to miscommunication can happen. You have to be really very careful about what you speak. There can be some uncalled for arguments or unnecessary controversy, which you can get entrapped in with the 6th house getting active. The best is self-introspective, lay low. Do not at any cost show your vulnerabilities to others. Okay. Double check your financial documents before signing anything. Positive side is that you can actually revisit your past health or debt issues and fix them. This is the time you should not take any loans. Do not get involved in any kind of litigation. This is not going to help you because, you're thinking that things are going to work in your favor, but they will not. If you have to seek help and advice from a doctor, you want to change your doctor, you can do that as well. Just pay off your loans. Do not take more loans right now. This is not advisable. Also 17th to the 19th is the time when you will feel these energies even more. Maybe you're just thinking about yourself and having some I'm sorry, you're having to do analysis at around middle of the night here in Delhi. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm in India, but not in Delhi. So sorry about the. Okay, so so what is happening from the 17th to the 19th? Now, this is the time period you have to be a little careful about your health, or maybe, you might just be working on your looks and your persona and your self-growth. You're just focused on that. Entire focus is on yourself, especially 17th, 18th, and 19th. Good time. Good. It's a good thing. And 20th to the 23rd, this might just be the time when you can spend on certain things, gadgets, etc., or you're traveling. Also, moon is going to be in your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd on the 17th to the 19th. So that is why the focus is more on your own self. Then 19th afternoon to the 21st, your focus is on family, finances, food, travels. You're thinking about growth. You're thinking how you can do better in life. Take care of your dental treatment, just if you have any going on, eyesight, if you have any troubles in regards to your speech, food habits, you might just eat something which might just give you some stomach related problem. So eat healthy foods, avoid having outside foods. Even if you're having outside foods, just eat right. Okay. And also moon is going to be in your 3rd house from 22nd to the 23rd. So this is a time when you can have issues regards to your paperwork. You have to be very careful when you're signing any agreement, any documents, or any PR visa if you're applying for, or maybe you're signing a work agreement. So read the documents. There are some things which are hidden, the clause that is there that you have overlooked. So get into the depth of everything and then read it minutely, take some time, big deal. And if something which is not right or which you feel is not supposed to be carried out, so you can just discuss with your bosses and seniors and all the authorities in the HR and just redraft everything. That's what you can do. Also, it can be a time when you can have some short distance travels, connection with your cousins, siblings, neighbors, friends. Maybe you're just traveling with your coworkers, discussing some new projects. So all these can be triggering on the 22nd and the 23rd. So this is the time when you should be making decisions carefully about your investments and your paperwork, or communication. Maybe you're shooting an email and you shoot it to someone else, you're just writing and drafting and you draft it by mistake and send it by mistake to someone else. So all those things you have to be a little careful and read between lines. It could be something similar or something different. Regards to your situation, related to your situation. So change it accordingly. So maybe, if we talk about relationship, it could be that you're solo and the relationship with your mom, dad, it's not necessary that your relationship has to be spousal or with your partner, etc. No, it can be anyone when we discuss the relationships. Okay. Mars is in your 9th house and it's looking at your 3rd house also. So you might just make some bold decisions, impulsive decisions, but you will be learn from the mistakes that you have committed in the past. Now is the time that you will be reconciling with your dad, with your people in and around you. So this is a good week for you. And travels have been a little cumbersome. Staying away from your family is also quite likely because Ketu is there in your 12th house, but it is going to get better with time. Don't worry. Expenditures have just been really, uncalled for and you did not expect, which are happening with Ketu in the 12th house. Lack of sleep, a lot of work, all those issues you're dealing with already, but things are going to get better. Don't worry. Okay. It's going to get better, my dear Libras. They are very sensitive people, very, very sensitive. So that's why I'm just telling it again and again. Everybody's sensitive, actually. Okay. So for Scorpio natives, first of all, you have this Venus and Mercury they are retrograded, but they're getting combust this week. Saturn is already since the 28th of February combust. Now, what happens when Venus and Mercury are going to get combust in your 5th house? So what happens? Past lovers may resurface. There can be the romantic associations which can trigger, and it might just abruptly break also. It can end also. So creative blocks or second guessing artistic pursuits and confusion regarding your children's education or behavior, that requires attention. Don't rush back into old romantic connections, I would suggest. Do not just force the ex-partner into your life. Be patient with creative projects. Clarity will return. Don't worry. This is a good time for pursuing your hobbies, your old creative habits. If you have had in the past, just pursue it. That is going to be minimizing the negative impacts of this asta of Mercury and Venus, but not advisable to go for heavy investments, meeting new people, signing new contracts, etc. Avoid. And expenditures in the foreign lands might increase. You might just be sending your children to the overseas places and you're spending and working on those as well. Jupiter is looking at your Lagna in the 7th house from the 7th house. So this is definitely a big time saving grace for you in relationship. Saturn is also aspecting your Lagna from the 4th. So this is also the time when you have to be very careful because this is the Kantaka Shani, as we call it. So it brings about some issues to deal with in the home environment. Changes happen, relocation happens. So it is bringing about some issues to deal with your children also. Now, a moon is going to be in your Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. That is 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses. Now, when moon is in your 12th house, 17th to the 19th of afternoon. Now, this is the time when you can go for some expenditures. You have some expenditures to on things that you really didn't want, and suddenly, somebody is in the hospital and you have to spend. That happens, isn't it? Somebody is not well, or somebody is, traveling and you're spending. Your children are traveling and you're spending. So all those will, those two quarter days would be like that. You're spending a lot of money here. It could be you're not well and you're spending on yourself. You're sick and you're spending on yourself. Then moon moves into your 1st house, and that's happening from the 19th afternoon to the 21st. Now, this is going to be a lot of energy playing out. Rahu is there, Jupiter is there, Saturn is there. They all are aspecting your first house and in trine to Sun, Venus, Mercury also. So this might just bring about some overhauling, in yourself. You're just working on yourself, on your looks. Maybe you're going in for that rhinoplasty or, just some makeover. You're thinking of growth now, how you can improvise, how you can change the path, how you can be a better version of yourself. So you're working on yourself a lot on this day. You're thinking about it. The cycle has come to an end when moon was in the 12th house. Now the cycle has begun. The next 27 days, now how you are going to be working through the energies, what mistakes you made. Now you're going to actually reconcile, or you are going to be working on the how you can undo those mistakes, or you don't repeat those mistakes. So when moon is in the first house, you're too much in that thought process. I have to do this, I have to do that, multitasking, or maybe mood swings also happens. Do not make any impulsive decisions during this time. Okay. Thankfully, Jupiter is looking, because moon is debilitated in your first house. Thankfully, Jupiter is looking. So it's toning down the negative impact of this moon debilitated. Because when moon is debilitated, either you have digestive issues, you make wrong impulsive decisions, because it's a sign ruled by Mars also. But at the same time, you're very much into healing. You're thinking about yourself, worth and potential also when moon is in the first house. Okay. Work on your relationships during this time and it will get better. Moon is going to be lastly in your second house, 22nd to the 23rd, and this is also aspected by this Mars in the 8th house. Now, this might just be bringing about some health issues related to your tooth region, teeth, or maybe, dental work, or your face region. You can have some issues. Do not eat anything from the outside. This might be the time you have to entertain your delegates who have come from overseas, and you're just dining out and you just get your tummy upset. So that is something you have to avoid. Have light foods rather than having soupy foods or something which is green leafy vegetables, etc., sautés, etc. So that is good, but do not have any sweets. Don't get carried away and have sweets during this time. But for sure, you're going to be planning your budget. You're going to be discussing your future investments also during this time. So take the help and advice of the experts or your family members, somebody who's elderly, who knows about the projects and how to go about the investment planning. So take the help and advice and you're good to go. Okay. If you want to just relocate, you can do it during the 17th to the 19th time period. Also, 17th to the 22nd is also good for initiating a new relationship if you want to. This might be the time when you will be making some important decisions regards to your investments, finances, travels. So don't do it in in a fit of the moment. There's a lot of energy during this time. So just think about it and then make the decisions and choices, I would say. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. So this is a consolidated reading that I'm giving. It's not just based on the moon's movement. Remember, we cannot just confine ourselves like that. It's wrong. So for Sagittarius natives, firstly, I would like to share with you my insights on Venus and Mercury getting combust. So Mercury is Asta from 18th of March. That is combustion from 18th of March till the 8th of April. And Venus is Asta for 4 days from 19th to the 23rd of March for 4 days. Now, Saturn is also, in the third house getting combust right now and will be till the 9th of April. Now, what exactly is your fourth house? Fourth house is about your inner peace. It's your home, mother's lap, mother, real estate, vehicle. This is the house of peace, basically. So there can be some turbulence you can experience with this Asta and retrogrades in your fourth house at home. So there can be delays in property dealings, misunderstandings can happen with your family members. Avoid hasty purchases, I would suggest. Maybe you are not able to sign the documents, it's frustrating you. Delays are happening, or maybe there's something which is a disputed kind of a thing which has come up. So have, take your time when you're deciding about these bigger projects or bigger things, bigger decisions. Have open-hearted conversations with your family members, okay? You can actually resolve so many things during this time, also with this moon in the fourth house with so many grahas, so many grahas here and in Asta. Remember, the sun becomes very, very powerful when the planets are Asta. So it's the best thing. What you can do is be more confident about yourself. I can do it, because sun is the self-esteem, your confidence. So when sun is in the Jupiter sign, you do feel that, my knowledge is my strength. So that is what will happen with you. So anything, which is deep rooted, which is always giving you that area of worry in your family, in your relationship, that might just get resolved also during this time. So that way, it is a very good time period for you if you have to make any or resolve or reconcile any relationships during this time. Okay, this is a very good time for self realization also. Moon is going to be in your 11th, 12th, and first houses, 17th to the 19th of 19th afternoon. Moon is going to be in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is the house of friends, community that you move around in. This is about fulfillment of desires, gains. So you might just be discussing some new projects. You're going to be very innovative and creative during this time also. And you know how to mend your ways and mend your relationships. Maybe there's a new relationship that triggers. Suddenly, you feel that, yeah, you're in a comfortable space. You're thinking about investments, growth, financials, investment planning is happening, but this is going to bring about some major gains also. As regards to your children, this is a time when you can just think about conception also, if you're planning. So this is a good time for the planning also. Then moon is going to be in your 12th house on the 19th afternoon till the 21st. Here moon is debilitated in the 12th house. Lord of the 8th in the 12th, definitely it's minus, plus. So even if you're traveling, this might just bring peace. This is a good decision. Traveling might just be very fruitful. Maybe you get some foreign investors and you're just thinking about growth, and you're thinking about how to go about things which can bring about a new perspective to your life. There can be some expenditure if somebody is in the hospital or imprisonment, or somebody is in isolation, so you're just looking after. So you're just yourself also in that self-contemplative mode, self-introspective mode. How, because the cycle has come to an end when moon is in your 12th house. So this might just bring about the new beginnings. You're thinking about how to go about the new cycle which is going to start, what all mistakes I committed. Oh, there is a presentation, there is a lecture that I have to prepare for. So you're working longer hours. So this might just be the time when you're going to be in that isolation for that reason. Or maybe you just don't want to be in that commotion and the chaos. You just want to be cut off from them, and you just want to be with yourself and work on yourself and your inner thoughts, and you want to rejuvenate yourself and invigorate yourself also. That kind of an energy is going to play out when moon is in your 12th house. Healing yourself. Then moon is going to be in your first house on the 22nd and the 23rd. Now, this is a time where, Mars is also there in the 7th house aspecting the zone, and there are so many grahas in the Kendra. So you are having a lot of energy to play out. Now the cycle has begun, when moon is in your first house. So now you're thinking about growth, you're thinking about new things, new beginnings. You're going to be very nurturing kinds. You're thinking about growth, how you can be more productive. So what is it that you were lacking, and now you can just balance and counterbalance things? In your relationship, there can be that you're working on your relationship really hard and partner is not. That kind of a relationship, because Mars is looking at your 10th house, Mars is in your 7th house. So it might just be the time when your partner lacks peace at home, because Mars is looking at the 4th house. So partner, business relationship, maybe, it could be anyone, other than you. It could be your business partner, it could be your spousal partner, it could be your spousal relationship, or even if you're solo, somebody else, apart from you. So you have to deal with all these energies during this week also. And do not make any impulsive decisions regards to your purchase of property, selling property, change of job. You're too occupied on the home front. because there is some repair work or renovation going on, or you're too obsessed about your family, about your mother, about your home environment. You're not working productively at the home, at the office, at the workplace. You're not able to focus because your attention is diverted to or digressed to your home, your cushioned environment. So you need to be more productive if you want to go to that height that you are waiting for, that success that you're waiting for. You need to focus and channelize your energies. Use this time period for becoming a better version of yourself. This week is an iconic and a very foundational week for all of that. And also, not to forget 17th, 18th. Now, this is the time when you can be more communicative. You can work on your relationship better. And maybe, you will get a new investor also if you're looking for one. A new business is going to start. 19th to the 23rd, this is the time when you can have some health issues and take care of your relationship with your seniors and bosses also, and take care of your mother's health as well. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. So Capricorn, I hope these are all insightful and you find them useful. Now, with this Capricorn, first of all, Mercury and Venus are getting combust, asta. Whenever planets are very close to Sun in that orb, they get combust, they get burnt out. And here, Mercury and Venus are those grahas which have this tug of war always going on, when they're retrograde. Their retrograde means they're far away from Sun, and they're at the same time combust when they are very close to Sun. So in retrogression, when they're moving backwards, they're coming closer to Sun. So from the 18th March to the 8th of April, Mercury is asta, and Venus is going to be from 19th to the 23rd is going to be asta. So for Capricorn natives, this is in your third house where this is happening. So this might just bring about some delays in your journeys, short trips, miscommunication with siblings, friends, neighbors. You might just pick up on a sort of spat or argument with your neighbors or friends or family members, cousin. So you need to just stay calmer. You have to stay calm, because I cannot educate the other person. I can educate the one who's watching this video who has this Lagna Capricorn. So delays in short journeys might just be frustrating also. So just avoid, if you feel that this is not working, so just avoid any journeys, during this time. Unfinished conversations from the past may resurface. Technical issues, glitches can happen. Regards to your books, writing a book, some media work, or maybe some publishing skills, something to do with your something to do with your work related issues. Technical glitches can happen. Maybe your laptop breaks, sorry about that, but your phone breaks down and you have to buy another one, or you have to get it repaired and all that, and it's causing some anxiety to you. Double check your travel plans and documents and filing of any PR, visa, etc. Just double check. Insurance, taxes, all that you have to double check, and listen more than you speak to avoid misunderstandings with Rahu also there. You can digress suddenly, you're communicating something and you digress. That is what Rahu does. It is zigzag, it is not straightforward. So you might just take a wrong path in communication. You're thinking of something and you're saying something else. You mean something else. So that is something which Rahu does. Listen more, and that is why speak less during this time. This can lead to deep self-reflection and improve long-term communication skills also. That's the positive aspect of it also. Every graha has a positive as well as negatives, remember. So this is what this combustion is about. Saturn is combust in your second house, so maybe you're saving some money right now. Also, we have moons transiting through your 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. So when moon is on the 17th to the 19th afternoon in your 10th house, it's going to be in trine to Mars and Saturn. So maybe some changes at the place of work happens. Maybe bosses are changing, your profile you're changing, or you're overloaded with work, you're working rigorously, harder, long working hours, or maybe, there is some confusion also regards to your your relationship with your team members, maybe your co-workers, colleagues, or subordinates, or your employees. You have to have a cordial relationship. So figure that out. Is there anything that is missing? You're just briefing your team and you're not able to communicate the right kind of technique or the way of working. So that is something you have to work on, because Mercury is also retrograde, Venus is also retrograde at combust also. So this might just bring about some communication gap here and there. If you have any mentors or gurus, so seek their blessings and their advice also, how to go about a particular task at the place of work. And then Moon is going to be in your 11th house, and that's happening on the 19th afternoon till the 21st. And Moon is debilitated here. Being the ruler of your 7th is debilitated in your 5 places away, that is 11th house. So this might just bring about some communication gap with your older siblings during this time, with your friends. Maybe this is the time when you will get the clarity who's who. So the kind of clarity you were looking for, or there was some toxicity that you were experiencing in relationship, now this is going to weed away. So you're going to be having some new associations, new people coming into your life. You're planning your budget, you're planning your investments well. Now you're getting that clarity also. With Moon, even if it is debilitated, it is going to be giving you some clarity. Maybe your partner is coming to your rescue, in this partner, business partner, or life partner, or some new friendship, can also start off. You're going to be very innovative. You're going to be very creative. Good for student natives, good for progeny, children, childbirth. So this is a good time period. Even Jupiter is there, right opposite this Moon this day. So this might just bring about some clarity about your relationship with your partner, romantic partner also. And this might just bring about some competitive success also to you if you are a student native. Then Moon moves lastly into your 12th house on the 22nd to the 23rd. These are all extempore. I'm just going on speaking about what I'm watching. I'm just looking at the horoscope. 22nd to the 23rd, Moon is going to be in your 12th house, aspected by Mars. Take care of your health. Take care of someone who is not well in your family. Take them to the doctor or to the hospital. Don't ignore. And maybe, now you're feeling that, no, I don't want to do this. I want to just start afresh. I want to just not get into whatever you're doing. So depending on your personal situation, you might just be thinking of changing your technique of working, technique of thinking, and thought process is changing now. You're not thinking in a particular direction now. You're just trying to shift. Now I have to adopt this way of working. Or maybe, you're just contemplating on yourself. You're just thinking, oh, I don't want to do this. I should not be doing this. You're just in that isolation mode and, self-introspective mode right now. And maybe you will be connecting with someone who is going to be guiding you. Spiritual growth is there. You're thinking of spirituality during this time even more. Or thinking about religion, thinking about pilgrimage. Maybe I should take up a pilgrimage. You can be traveling also to a religious or spiritual place. And this is also a good time period for, cutting down on your expenditures. Okay, work on yourself. Also, you have a Mars in your 6th house. So this is good for starting a new fitness regime in case you are gaining weight or losing weight, etc. So you have to work on your health and diet also. And Ketu is there in your 9th house. Mars is looking here, not good for your father's health also. So to take good care of your father's health as well. Okay. So this is what is going to be for the Capricorn natives. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this week, we have Mercury getting combust. It is retrograde already. Venus is getting combust, which means that it is going to be in very close vicinity to Sun. Now, with Sun, also with Rahu, there is there is something which is going to be a miss here and there with the Sun energy getting weaker here. So Venus and Mercury are not feeling or experiencing that kind of negative energies here. Okay, now coming to leaving the technicalities aside, in the layman's language, 2nd house is about financials, speech, family values, food, what kind of food you eat. So financial miscalculations or delayed payments can happen with this Mercury and Venus getting combust. Mercury is getting combust from 18th March to the 8th of April, and Venus for 4 days from 19th to the 23rd of March. But I feel that it is going to be a little longer. So it is going to be giving you some harsh or misunderstood speech, causing issues. You can just deviate from what you wanted to say. You're just talking something and you change the topic. You don't mean what you're saying. So that kind of a thing happens when Rahu is there in the second house and Mercury is combust and retrograde also. Family disputes or unclarity in inheritance matters. Also avoid impulsive spending or lending money. Think before you speak, think before you eat, think before you go for any kind of treatment or anything to do with purchase of something. Just think about it and then take decisions. Just slow down a bit. Okay, you can just learn a lot. You can be self-disciplined. You can be working on your speech, on your communication during this time. This is a good time to connect with your family. Take their help and advice. They can be by your side always. So take their help. Okay, and as it is, you have a Saturn and Jupiter in the Kendra, so you're getting that support from the divine also, isn't it? Your disposition lord of the second is in the fourth house, which is 11 places away from itself. So this is a good time for making decisions regards to your property matters, regards to your finances, etc., etc. So you need to take the help of your family, your mother, your father. They'll guide you through. 17th to the 19th afternoon, this moon is going to be in the Libra sign in your 9th house. Now, this is a very good time period for travels, for education, for understanding your hidden potential, doing some rituals at home, maybe, performing a homam or going to the religious place, depending on whom you follow. So you can just be connecting with the divine. Travel sometimes, gives you that kind of feeling that you learned a lot. Maybe connecting with a guru, with a teacher, with your mentor. This might be a good time period for that also. And learning something new would be the key to success also. And your Bhagya Lord is combust and retrograde also and exalted. So this is like minus, plus, minus. No, combust, retrograde. Exalted is good. Retrograde is not. Asta is good. So that means 2 plus and 1 minus. So Bhagya is by your side. So if you have to make any decisions regards to purchase of vehicle, purchase of property, so this is going to be a good time period. Connect with your father-like figures, guru, teachers. They're going to guide you through. Okay. Also, moon is going to be in your 10th house. From the 19th afternoon till the 21st, moon is going to be in your 10th house. Now here it is debilitated, but it is going to be aspected by Rahu and Jupiter also. So this is the time when you might just be making some changes. Maybe you're changing your CV, you're upgrading yourself, or you're learning more. You're also getting the appreciations from your bosses and seniors. Maybe there are some subordinates who are leaving and some new ones are joining in. So you are going to be, in that mode of transition also. Maybe you want to educate, induction program is there, you want to educate them how to go about it, the teamwork, how to manage all of that. So you are in that transition mode, but you are definitely going to be in a better zone at the workplace. If you are jobless, you will feel a little better. You will find a job. If you are already having some issues, now you'll feel better. You will start feeling a little better with the passage of time. Jupiter is looking here, no, in your 10th house also. Saturn is looking, Jupiter is looking. So so many planets are emitting the energies in the 10th house of yours. So in case you have to make any decisions, don't make it in impulse. Just sit over it, sleep over it, and then decide. Okay, sometimes we don't have a choice. Okay, I have to take this job. I don't have any. So don't think about it. Take it up. I always tell, it's better than zero. Always just take it off, Any situation which is better than zero is always better. Remember. So then moon moves into your 11th house from 22nd to the 23rd. Now, this is a very good time period for connecting with your friends, your neighbors, your siblings, etc. Older siblings. Also, fulfillment of desires. This is the house of fulfillment of desires. It's also recovery from your disease because it's 6 from 6. So you might just be the nurturing kinds, or you might just find a good doctor and you heal yourself. You're going to be very innovative, good for progeny, good for childbirth, good for student natives if they have to go overseas, decide their subjects, what they want to do. So this is a good time period, and also good for financial growth. Maybe you're going to be investing during this time and you're going to be making good amount of money, depending on your personal chart, on your personal dasha that you're running. Only then you have to make decisions. But yes, in general, if we talk, this is triggering towards positive energies, so you can go ahead with it. Also, I want to share with you a couple of dates which can help you out. So this might just be the time, where you are going to be very creative. But in your romance, this can be an isolating energy this week. You might just feel very detached, or maybe you're going to be very sensible and matured. Okay, not this relationship, not with this person. You're just thinking about very wisely now, whether this person should be there in my life. Do I really deserve, or do I really want this relationship? Some ex-partner comes back to your life and you're thinking, whether I really want this. So all those energies, will be working. So depending on your personal chart, your personal state, how it is, so you will get to know. Okay. So these are the energies floating. See, you have in your Virgo sign, Ketu, Mars is looking there. So many grahas are looking there. Take care of your stomach region. Eat right, because this can bring about long-term ailments with Ketu in your Virgo sign. Remember, if you take a loan, it will be becoming very difficult for you to repay that loan. So never take a loan when Ketu is in the Virgo sign or in the 8th house of yours. So avoid. If you have given any hand loans, it might just take some more time as compared to others, or other times. So it might just be the time when you will be feeling a little frustrated in that area also. Take care of your stomach, eat right. That's what I can say. Okay, coming to the last one, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, first of all, Mercury and Venus are getting combust, and they are already retrograde. So I've already done a video, you can just see the weeklies. You will find all the information there. 18th March to the 8th of April, Mercury is getting asta, that is combust. When it comes in that orb closer to sun, Mercury gets combust. So does Venus. So it means the sun is shining so brightly that it burns the significations of other grahas. So it's like, Amitabh Bachchan comes on the stage and you are performing, and obviously he'll steal the show, isn't it? So that kind of an energy, any kind of a big, huge actor, who's a big name comes, or, Elon Musk is delivering a speech and you're delivering a speech, there's a difference, isn't it? So sun will steal the show. So when it is Venus and Mercury getting combust, it can bring about issues in your self-identity. Crisis can happen, identity crisis, self-doubt, your personality, your own health. These will get impacted. You might just be feeling emotionally drained, confused. You're not able to make or think straight, make decisions wisely. Physical energies will be fluctuating. Take time in decision making and self-care, rest. This is the time when you should be avoiding any kind of impulsive decisions. They can be that you make decisions regards to your marriage, regards to your relationship. So this might not be a good time period for doing so. This is but a very good time period to rediscover yourself. Where is it that you're lacking? Where is it that you can enhance yourself, where you can work through the energies and be a better version of yourself? So it is giving you an opportunity also, how you can improvise, how you can be a good person. This might just bring about a new relationship. It might just bring about progeny, childbirth. You might just purchase the property. So, but you have to think in those lines also correctly. So wisdom prevails, as we say. So if you act wisely, definitely it is going to play out in your favor. Now, moon, as far as moon is concerned, moon is going to be transiting 3 zodiac signs of Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. 17th to the 19th afternoon, moon is going to be in your 8th house. Now, 8th house is a Chandrashtama. It is the Libra sign. So you will have some communication gap with your own people, your friends, your in-laws, your your family members, you can have some confused state of mind there. Or maybe you have to make certain decisions and you're not able to. There's some hiccup or the other, delays, frustrations, or maybe there is something which you never thought might just come up suddenly, abruptly, something can end. Or maybe, it might just be the time when, some revelations are made you never thought of. Maybe, some hidden relationship just resurfaces. Ex-partner comes into your life. That can also happen. Children might be, dealing with a lot of competition during this time. Your children, student natives, they're thinking of growth. They're going to be shifting from one place to another, shifting their subjects. All that can trigger, okay, with moon in the 8th house. But you remember that moon in the 8th house, do not make any impulsive decisions. It can bring about some highs and lows also. Sudden changes happen. Abruptly, certain things end. So be prepared for it. That is why, whenever there is moon in the 8th house, people should lay low, instead of making any impulsive decisions. It's not advisable. So 17th, 18th, and 19th afternoon, moon is in your 8th house. And then moon moves into your 9th house. 19th afternoon to the 21st, moon is debilitated though, but it is in your 9th house. So this is good for connecting with your guru, mentor, superiors, father life figures, because in the 8th house, in the 8th sign, there is Jupiter aspecting also. Divine grace. This is called the divinity. You're very wise in making decisions now. Travels, higher learning, hidden potential. You will get to know all of that. And also Rahu is looking here, not to forget, with the trinal energies of Venus, Mercury, and Sun also. So this is the time when you have to be very careful and do not get confused about your situation right now. Perform a puja, perform a homam, go visit a religious place, connect with nature. You will get a lot of clarity and strength also in your mind. Also, moon is going to be in your 10th house, and that's happening on the 22nd and the 23rd, and Mars is right opposite this zone. And also in your 9th house, we have a Saturn's aspect also, not to forget. No, it's not in the 10th house, it's in the 9th house. So Mars is looking here. So this might just be the time, a good time to purchase property, signing the agreement. Maybe you're joining a new job. There can be that you get a promotion. Suddenly, the things are getting better. Working in your favor. The wind, the breeze has changed its direction. You never thought that this is going to be happening, But Mars is looking at your Ketu in the 7th house. It is a detaching energy. Maybe your partner is going to undergo a surgical process during this week. Okay, it's not advisable if it is not that urgent. It's not advisable to go in for any kind of surgery, any kind of documentation, any kind of travels when Mercury is retrograde combust. Because Mercury is communication, Mercury is travel, Mercury is investment, Mercury is about education also. So in relationship, you can have some back and forth kind of a situation. So that you have to deal with. Do not deviate. Don't be confused, because Rahu confuses you, okay? And don't expect too much from others. Just let them be, let go of the situation, okay? So good for childbirth, good for progeny, good for student natives. Anything to do with foreign lands, of course, is going to pay you well. It's going to pay off well. So all that is what this particular week is going to be getting us at. And the best is that do not make any hasty decisions regards to your investments, your finances, and your relationships also. Okay, so have a great week ahead. And definitely I've combined everything: Mercury retrogression, combustion, Venus retrogression, combustion, Saturn combustion also. I have done a separate video though, but please watch the whole video from the beginning to understand, if you want to know what exactly is this phenomena of combustion. I've explained it elaborately in the beginning part. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Tat Sat.